You ready, man?
All right, folks, welcome to another episode of our Zoom Up. It's our meetup on Zoom. My name is Michael Huggins, coming to you live from Tennessee. I got my co-host today out of Chicago. What's up, Scott?
How you doing, Michael? And listen, I can only tell you, if we got about 17 minutes left before we take like a summer break, you might want to get on these things live to see the stuff that happens beforehand, because
Oh, yeah.
it's nutty.
It's a gem, folks. Get here live if you can. All right, so the premise behind all these video series that we're bringing you is to inspire you to get off your couch, face your fears, chase your dreams, link arms with successful investors, doing real estate, and basically have the life you want to live. Stop settling for default and design your life. We have an amazing volume of videos from people going through our program who are designing their life. They're sharing their story about what has worked for them. And so we got another exciting episode today. Just real quick, I got to use this same experience about 10 years ago. I was drowning in student loan debt. I had 2 jobs. I hated it. And I was living in a basement and riding a bike to work. I didn't have a car. And within 9 months of being introduced to this program and this idea of real estate investing, I did my first deal. I made 21 grand. I quit the job. Next deal I made next month, I did another deal. Next month, did another deal, and have now looked back since. I've done dozens of deals. Life is so much better. Scott, how'd it go for you?
Yeah, I started, I was 38 years old. I just lost a $212,000 job a couple of years ago, a couple of years earlier. And my wife and I were in trouble. Thank God she dragged me down to a meeting. I didn't want to go. I was like, this is going to be crazy. Can't believe you're falling for this crap. So, I wanted to stay married. So I came down to a second meeting she dragged me down to. And thank God I did, because I met a nurse, a firefighter, an ex-art teacher. And I want to say this because the ex-art teacher was the model for me, right? So art teachers don't make a lot of money, but he had more money come into his life from rents than he had going out. And that's what I was looking for next. After having, climbed a corporate ladder and dealt with all that stress, I was like, I just want peace of mind in my life. If I could just have more coming in than going out, not fight traffic, was the model for me, and that happened. So our first real estate deal, a mere $5 grand. We weren't like you, crushing it for mere $5 grand on a wholesale deal, but then it ramped up. So we took strategy after strategy after strategy just to advance into more advanced stuff. It's been 15 years, almost 15 years. We've had this building since 2007. We've helped open up 26 buildings all over the country. We'll see what happens after COVID, but it has been fantastic.
Oh yeah, we have moved over 15,000 people through this experience and have an amazing track record of success. So we know we can help you too. What you'll want to do after this video series is get back with the person who invited you here and ask for an invitation to the intro, to a house tour, or to a workshop. These are all by invite only. You do need to be registered to get the private Zoom link, but this is a great way for you to get some more training and then also see more about our community, what the benefits are if you decide to move forward with us, and see if this is right for you. So stay tuned in, stay plugged in. And just as a side note, you're gonna hear a lot of success. You got to remember, real estate is risky. You need to surround yourself with professionals, because if you don't cross your T's and dot your I's, you could really lose a lot of money. But there's a lot of potential out there to really change your life. You don't need a college degree. You don't need to do this full time, but you do need to change your mindset and surround yourself with professionals. And our guest today, Sharon, is a great example of that. Scott, will you tell our audience a little bit about how we met Sharon?
Yeah, actually, you and I met him pretty much the same time, because we were traveling to Seattle as we were helping out the country, figure out what they wanted to do with us. And we met. He's an immigrant. I love the immigrant story, right? People come into this country for an opportunity and outdoing the people that were born in this country because they think they need a job. So He's a fantastic example of thinking big. I'm so happy he's here today. He's got the best beard in the company. Look at that beard. And you can't even see his cool hat with his ponytail hanging out in front. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. See, you can be a hippie and do real estate. This is awesome. All right, so please help me welcome Mr. Sharon Mittelman, everybody.
Sharon.
Thank you. Yeah, Scott, as you said, I immigrated to the country in '96.
From where?
From Israel.
Okay.
Yep. I was working as a computer programmer for many years. And I had a good position. The only problem that I had was I was threatened to be laid off so many times. In 2003, I was here in Washington negotiating for a house. I got a call from my boss, Sharon, in 3 weeks, you're out of a job. I said, seriously? I'm just going to buy a house now. Tell me that I'm out of a job. So I went inside, I told my wife, say goodbye to the nice folks. We're not buying anything today. Went home, and 3 weeks later, oh, it's all good. We laid off several hundred people. You still have a job. Yee-hoo. A few months later, I did buy a house, and guess what? A few weeks after that, Sharon, 3 weeks you're out of a job. I said, guys, I just bought a house. Don't do it to me. 3 weeks later, all good. We laid off several hundred other people, but you still have a job.
Yeah, I think the key was just
And
keep
I
telling me you
believe
got a
it was-
house. I got a house.
Say again?
The key was just keep telling them you got a house. You keep
Yeah,
your word.
well, 4 months later, again, and I said, it was stressful. It was stressful because, I have responsibility. I have kids, I have family. Scott, you lost your job, you lost your income. This is not fun. And at that point, I figured out, okay, this is a temporary job. And by the way, it has been the longest temporary job ever. I had it for almost 17 years since the first time. But I stopped counting after 17 waves of layoffs, 17. My brother actually got laid off from that company less than a year ago because of COVID after 31 years in the company, 31 years. And goodbye. So yeah, I was looking for a way out, a way for me to control my environment. I wanted to know that I can work where I want, as long as I want, and doing what I want. So yeah.
All right. So how did you, and how long ago did you start with us? When did you see the meeting? How did you
I
see the meeting?
started January, so January 2018.
Okay. Was it, I have a question. Did you see a webinar or did you see a live meeting?
So I saw a bandit sign on the side of the road actually 8 months earlier. And shame on me that it took me 8 months to come to some meetings and join. When I joined in January, I kicked myself in the butt because I figured out that had I joined a month earlier, I would have saved another $3,000 for my family. If I joined just one month earlier, but I did not. As I said, shame on me. It's okay. But so I came to a live meeting. It was weird because I came to Seattle College and
Was Michael
I saw-
running it? Was that why it was weird?
no, it was weird because I approached the college and I saw like 30, 40 people hugging and high-fiving.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where's the
The
real estate?
hugging and
Where's the real
high-fiving.
estate?
That's right,
So,
man.
Don't
uh-huh.
do that.
So where's the real estate meeting? He said, what do you mean? It's here. I said, no. I said, where's the real estate meeting? Not the kumbaya. But
You
people were,
You weirdos can't be doing real estate.
yeah. Hey, I really liked it because, when I joined, even before I joined, people were very helpful. People were, hey, let's help each other and teach each other, and so we don't fail. I really like that. Before I spend money on gurus and stuff like that, but when I called their support, I got students reading me scripts. Said, okay, did you invest in? No. Can I talk with somebody who did? No. Thank you, goodbye. And I left the books on the shelves and I did not do anything. But
Here.
yeah. Oh, so now that 2018, I found this group, and one of the things that it took me a while because I was fearing. I didn't. Okay, I don't want to spend more money and not do anything, and it took me to watch a small video of a young Indian guy, 11-year-old, something like that, and he was talking about what do you practice. He says, hey, if you practice anger, you'll be angry at the airlines that they gave somebody in front of you the best seat in the plane. If you will practice fear, you'll fear the buffalo that you don't own. And he suggested, hey, go ahead and practice love, practice compassion. And I looked at it and said, Sharon, you have told your kids, I have 3 kids, all of them are musicians. And when they started, they were lousy. But I told them, keep practicing and you'll be amazing. And they listened to me, and they are amazing. And then I said, okay, it's my time to listen to me. Practice, you can do this. At the same time that I met you guys, I met another young gentleman. He was half my age. He had over 70 rentals at 23. I said, wait a minute, if he can do this, I have a bachelor's degree. I have a business degree in management and finances. I can do this. It was fearful, but I just took a leap of faith and went forward, and the rest is amazing. It's amazing. It took me 20 months to ramp up about 75% of my previous income.
Okay.
I don't recommend to anybody, quit before you have more than one time or even 3 times your income. I just could not stand it. I said, I'm done. I have enough. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just going and doing it. I'm not retired yet. I hope that within a year from now, so it will be about less than 4 years that I'll be retired. And retired, let me just explain. Retirement for me is I don't need to work for more than 2 hours a week. Will I just work 2 hours a week? Heck no, this is so much fun. I'm helping people around the country and having fun, working with my brother and my friends. I'm not going to stop doing it. I didn't tell you, my grandma is turning 102, 102 end of March.
Nice.
I'm only 50. I have plenty of years over here. So I'm going to have fun doing real estate and helping other people. Yeah, it's all good.
So I got a question. So
Yes.
how long before you did your first real estate deal?
So I did my first real estate deal about 4 months after I started.
Okay.
However, this was not a good deal for me. I did not listen to the education and I jumped too fast and I thought, oh, I need to do this. And it should have taken half a year. It took 2.5 and I lost some money. But since then I've done about 50 deals. And
50?
50. Yeah, in 3 years.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question.
Yes.
I want to get clear on this so the audience is clear. So you spent 2.5 years on that first deal, lost money. Did you do any other deals in the time you were losing money on the first one? Because there are some people that are, yeah.
Yes.
Let's get clear on this because it wasn't like 2.5 years on, breaking.
No. So this first deal, I went in, I was waiting for another deal to happen. I had money in the bank and it was burning for me to have money in the bank and paying interest. I took a loan and I did not want to wait. Stupid of me, sorry, but I did not want to wait. So I used that money for that deal. It was not a good one. But during that 2.5 years, in the last 3 years, I've done 50. So I've been doing deals all along.
Okay. So let's get clear, Michael, because I saw your face. And I don't believe I don't believe he would be here if he was just stuck on that one deal. Right?
No.
So just to be clear, so guys, this is not to get rich fast. This is not, hey, every deal is successful. Out of the 50, I have about 4 that were not successful. But I'm okay with that.
I take it.
Yeah.
So
I'll
I said 4 out of 50. I'm even 5, 6 out of 50. I'm okay with that. As long as overall I'm making money, and I am.
Yeah.
So
Wonderful.
just making sure that you need to learn and apply.
And so what
sorry, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I heard that in 2.5 years, so 30 months, you did 50 deals.
In 3 years. In 3 years,
okay,
I did 50. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then within 20 months, you said that you had generated 75% of your yearly income. Is that from rentals or from flips?
Yeah, rental. I did not want fix and flip. Doesn't work for me because I wanted cash flow. I wanted not to be to afford not to work anymore.
Gotcha.
And the only way to do it is I have enough cash flow. If I'm doing fix and flip, I need to work all day long doing them.
Well, you don't got to work. I mean, somebody else can for you.
Right.
Same difference. Same difference.
Manage a contractor and a realtor and attorneys, right?
Still managing.
True.
And while you're looking at your next rental property, right? So
yeah, that's amazing.
And there's I guarantee, and there's gonna be a time. I'm sorry. There's gonna be a time when you look at your rental portfolio, your rents, you're like, you know what? If I just cash out these 6, I can then upgrade into this commercial building or this strip mall, right? So
storage.
Absolutely. Looking always to add more rentals, more deals. Absolutely.
Hey, listen, what's the key to your success? If somebody's coming here for the first time, I'm like, okay, so Sharon, why, if you had to tell somebody who doesn't know us, what's the key to your success? Why?
So I mentioned that I met a 23-year-old when I started, and I asked him how the heck a 23-year-old gets to this. So you're a millionaire? I said no, no. He started broke 3 years earlier. I said, okay, what? How the heck a broke 20-year-old in 3 years gets to more than 70 rentals? He said, Sharon, I did 4 things. I studied, educated myself like crazy. I networked, I practiced, and I implemented. And again, study, network, practice, implement. Study, network, practice, implement. I forgot about this conversation, but after a year into this, I looked back and said, oh my God, I did what he did. In the beginning, when my kids, where's daddy? Oh, he's studying again. Where's daddy? He's in another meeting. So the truth is that I sacrificed some of my family time. This is not easy. You know, when I started, I was doing full-time jobs. So for 6 a.m. to like 4 p.m., I was in a W-2 job, working. In the evenings and weekends, I was dedicated to this. So I really, this is not, oh, Sharon decided to be, to do 50 deals. It's not like that. It's a lot of hard work and dedication and very focused. Be focused on what you're doing and keep doing. If you keep doing, even if it doesn't succeed at the beginning, it will. It's just a matter of keep doing it. Because if you start and something doesn't work, then you stop and you're missing the rest. So I looked at the people around me that were successful, and all of them were very focused. All of them were continuously doing, even if it's not $1 million the next day. If it, like Michael, he had a deal and he's done. Or was very successful. I did not have that at the beginning. It took me time and dedication.
Love it.
The other thing that I can contribute my success is to support. I have an amazing wife, and without her support, this was not have been done in such a short time. I would succeed, but it would take me another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to do all of this. It's a team effort. It's my local team at home, but also the group around me. In the 50 deals that I've done, 90% of them are from people from our network. I have only 4, 5 of them that are for people from outside, and all of them was collaboration. I don't need to do it on my own. I'm happy to share.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah. I think you painted a clear picture for the audience of what it would look like, and you're right about the sacrifice and the weird balance, but you did it enough, and now you could swing the pendulum the other way. So congratulations. Yes. That is impressive.
Yeah.
Very well done.
I'm, COVID, I was, unfortunately got COVID, was very mild, but 2 weeks in a room did get me thinking, hey, you need to swing the pendulum the other way. So ever since, this has been almost a month now, I'm spending more time with family. I'm deciding, okay, I can give up this extra income, but I'll spend another few hours with the family. So I'm doing it the other way around. And the intention is, as I said, as soon as I'm retired, to have much more time with the family. And that's the whole idea of sacrificing. So it's not for the whole life. As I told you, I have another 50, 60 years to be here.
Yeah.
I want most of the time to be spending with family and friends.
Wise words. Wise words.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So I got nothing else.
Yeah, this has been an amazing story, Sharon. Thank you for coming out here and sharing and inspiring people and just laying it out real. This is how it is. It's not overnight. It takes work, and you're a great example.
That's my favorite part. My favorite part was the balance, right? Like, not the hype. It's awesome.
And guys, one of the things is, when you face difficulties, I have plenty of people around me that I can call and say, guys, listen, I'm facing this challenge. What do you think? Do you have any ideas, suggestions? You don't need to do it on your own. That's why I chose not to do the other groups, because I was on my own. I had nobody around me, nobody. Right now, I have other people. And by the way, Scott, you might not remember, but you were one of the people that helped me start my adventure. Because when you were here, I asked, hey, Scott, I heard some other people doing something. Do you know anybody? in Denville, so people that invest in Denville, Illinois, and you gave me the phone number for Justin Kane. I gave him a call. I was supposed to buy a house from him, and Nationals was in the middle, and it didn't happen. And a few months later, I called him and said, Sharon, would you like to buy 12? I said, okay, let's talk about the numbers, and the numbers work. And this was my real, relatively bigger deal that I did. And again, thanks to you that you connect me to the right person, but
Yeah.
keep asking people, keep networking. If Scott was not there, if I was not networking with him, if I was not learning, if I was not knowing what I'm doing, none of this would happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think the networking is as important. Like you said it perfectly. You got to learn. If you don't know how to talk to the right people, even if you're in the right network, if you don't know how to talk
Right.
to them, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just in a network. That makes sense. You can't utilize that network unless you're smart enough to use the network. And that's where the education comes into play. And people won't talk to you. Listen, people don't want to waste their time if they've got to trudge through your ignorance. Right. So as long as you're caught up to the genius that is this network, it's going to benefit you.
Yep. Yep. So
Thank
get the
you, guys.
shortcut, get the fast pass.
Go ahead, sorry, Michael.
So you educated yourself, then you
Network,
and you practice,
implemented,
implement.
practice,
No,
again
no.
and again.
You practice, then you implement. No, there was a practice.
Same difference, doesn't matter, just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
man.
You heard him.
What's next
Nice.
there, Michael?
All right, folks. So for those of you here live, stick around for the bonus round. Got a couple more questions for Sharon. And then everyone else here is catching the recordings. It's time to move forward. Get back with the person who invited you here. Come to the intro. See what Sharon saw. Come to the house tours. Those are live every single week. You can also catch some recordings. We're walking people through the deals we're doing. We're not just flipping through a PowerPoint or talking, but these are some real experiences at the deals. So you can come and see those and then come to some workshops and really start to get a feel for what this community can offer. We have a real estate ecosystem. It is already working. You're just outside of it. Come on in. So stay linked up with us, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Now, bonus round. See you guys later.